You know, in the words of the nature boy Ric Flair, woo! Top Gun Maverick. So Top Gun is the long-awaited follow-up to Top Gun, which came out all the way back in 1986. And of course, reprising his role as Maverick is Tom Cruise himself. But this movie takes place 30 years after the original, and Maverick is now a test pilot for the US Navy. But he soon finds himself being called back to Top Gun to train a whole new batch of pilots in preparation for a very dangerous mission. And the question quickly becomes, can he get them ready in time for the mission, or are they just all doomed to fail? Top Gun Maverick really surprised me, guys. You know, going in, I kind of expected it to be an action-packed thrill ride, but I did not expect it to completely blow my socks off with just how heartfelt and death-defying it is. I went back and watched the original Top Gun before going to see this movie, and it still did not help me prepare for this film. I was not fully prepared for all the crying, cheering, and laughing I was going to be doing while watching this movie. The screening I went to was so electric. Everybody was having such a great time. Tom Cruise is just a national treasure at this point. Love or hate the guy, you can't deny the practical innovations that he brings to his projects. He does a super fantastic job here, and for the most part, he feels like he's playing the same Maverick from the original Top Gun. Yeah, he's older now and he's a little more mature, but he still manages to retain a lot of the charisma and the swagger that he had in the original film. And when he's in the cockpit flying around, that's not CGI. That's actually Tom Cruise flying a FA-18 fighter jet at Mach 1. The man is fucking insane, but I love him. Jennifer Connelly's in the movie too, and I guess she plays a very old flame of Mavericks. She's really good. If you go back to the original Top Gun, they do reference her in the film, but as far as I know, this is the first time we have actually seen her. Unfortunately, she's like the only thing that I can gripe about in this film. You could completely remove her character from the film, and I just feel like it wouldn't change the film that much. Even though I felt like that, I still enjoyed her when she was on screen. I mean, it's Jennifer Connelly. How the hell are you not going to like Jennifer Connelly? And a lot of the newer cast that's in this movie too, they all do really good jobs. But I definitely believe that the biggest standout in the movie is Miles Teller. He plays the son of Goose from the original Top Gun, and I feel like his character performance just brings a lot of emotional weight to this film. He and Maverick in this movie have a very strained relationship, and watching them come together and reconcile with each other just brought a lot of good character drama to the story. I also love how they managed to make him look almost entirely like Goose. Like, he's got the shaved sides off of his head, he's got the mustache and everything. He looks just like Goose, man. I think the biggest thing that I really liked about Maverick is the fact that it just feels like it has a lot of stakes. This movie does have a very tension-filled narrative, and I feel like most of that comes from, you know, this mission that they have to complete. You pretty much follow everybody in this movie as they train to prepare for what is essentially going to be a suicide mission. And the more they talk about the mission and the more they talk about the odds of completing it, you're just kind of sitting there like, how in the hell are they going to pull this off? I just really thought that sense of uncertainty brought a lot of tension and stakes to this film that, in a way, I feel like the first one kind of didn't have. I'm not saying the first film was bad, don't get me wrong, Top Gun is fucking awesome. It's just, throughout that movie, it's, oh, well, we're going to the school to be the best, essentially. And I mean, yeah, they do have a dogfight sequence at the end of that movie that is very tension-filled, but throughout Maverick, the entire thing feels tension-filled because of this mission that they need to complete and the fact that it does feel like a suicide run, kinda. Because of it, you're on the edge of your seat and you're completely entranced and intrigued from the very beginning. And once this movie has you, it just goes hold on tight and goes completely balls to the walls. There were moments in this movie where I actually felt like I was in one of the cockpits of these jets. And just the way it's shot and the sound design, it's fantastic. It's just a very immersive experience, and once again, it's all due in part to the practicality of it all. Kudos to everyone involved, because there was obviously a lot of love and care put into making this film. There's also some callbacks and fan service in here, and I feel like Maverick is a good example of how you do fan service the right way. You don't overexpose the fan service, but you show just enough to have the audience go, oh, that's cool. In fact, the entire opening of this movie is just a love letter to fans. Kind of like The Northman, movies like this aren't really made that often anymore. There's no pandering or forced diversity with unnecessary political undertones. It's just a fun, entertaining movie with a good story and intriguing characters. Like I said, I laughed, I cried, and I cheered and cried some more, multiple times at my screening. This is a movie meant to be seen on the big screen for sure. Probably meant to be seen even more in IMAX. I've got nothing but praise for this movie. It's the best fucking movie of the summer so far. Guys, Top Gun Maverick is not only a worthy sequel to the original, but it's just a badass film in general. A tense adrenaline thrill ride throughout for sure. It's a love letter to movies from a bygone era where heroes are larger than life and stories can be grounded and personal with emotional stakes. I'll tell y'all right now, I'm going back to the theater next weekend to see this again because I need a second viewing of this movie. And of course, I'm taking my uncle because he's a huge Top Gun fan, so that's definitely a given. Definitely one of the best movies of 2022, and is also definitely a gift from the gods. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for Top Gun Maverick. I just realized this is the third movie I've seen this year that I've given my gift from the gods rating to. It's kind of impressive. Like I said, I got nothing but praise for this movie. I'm really looking forward to seeing it again. It's just one of those movies that you need to see multiple times to just take in everything that's going on. It was awesome. But anyway, I won't keep you guys forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'm the Unbiased Movie Nerd. I'm saying peace, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace out, everybody.